And now for the last Knuffle Bunny book in the series, Knuffle Bunny Free, an unexpected diversion. There goes Knuffle Bunny, flying through the air. One day, not so long ago, Trixie took a big trip with her family. They were on their way to visit Trixie's Oma and Opa in Holland. Holland is far away. So that means taking a taxi to the airport, waiting in line, watching Knuffle Bunny go through the big machine, waiting some more, and finally getting onto a real airplane. On the airplane, Trixie played, and she read, and she slept. And before she knew it, the plane had landed. Trixie and her family left the airport and got onto the train to go to Oma and Opa's house. And there's a sign that says, "Welcome, Trixie." Oma and Opa were happy to see Trixie. Soon, Oma and Trixie were drinking cold glasses of chocolate milk in the garden. Suddenly, Trixie realized something. Trixie didn't tell her daddy that Knuffle Bunny was gone. She didn't have to. Look at his face. He already knows. He's probably thinking, not again. Trixie's daddy called the airline to ask them to look for Knuffle Bunny on the airplane. But the plane had left for China! China is very far away. Trixie's mom hugged her and asked her to be brave. Trixie's daddy told the story of when he was a little boy and said goodbye to his very special Lammy. Oma gave Trixie another glass of chocolate milk and remarked on how big she was getting. Trixie understood. She was getting bigger, even if she wished she wasn't. The next morning, Trixie tried to enjoy going to the cafe, and then the swings in the playground, and the carnival that was in town. Does she look like she's having much fun? She looks distracted. What do you think she's thinking about? And while the whole week was filled with fun things like eating French fries on the street and visiting real windmills and feeding the ducks, Trixie was still sad. She missed her Knuffle Bunny. Oma and Opa understood. Oma and Opa had a plan. And there they go, Oma and Opa sneaking into the toy store. That night, they had a surprise for Trixie. A brand new, top-of-the-line Funny Bunny Oney doll extreme. It could walk. Ik kan spreken. It could speak in Dutch. It could dance. Ik kan dansen. It couldn't make Trixie feel any better. Trixie was sure she wouldn't be able to sleep another night in a strange bed without her Knuffle Bunny. Before she knew it, she was dreaming. Let's see what she dreamt about. I've got to open up the pages. Whoa. I'm going to stand up for this one. She dreamed of Knuffle Bunny and all of the places he would visit. She dreamed of all of the children Knuffle Bunny would meet, and she dreamed of how Knuffle Bunny would make them feel better. Look at all those adventures Knuffle Bunny is having. And in the morning, Trixie felt a little better. Look at the smile on her face. Trixie had a big breakfast. She played with Oma on the playground and the swings, and she even tried a sip of Opa's coffee at the cafe. It was a great day. Before she knew it, the trip was over, and it was time to go home. Trixie hugged Oma and Opa as hard as she could. Then Trixie and her family got back onto the train and back onto the plane and listened to the baby crying as the plane lifted off. But can you believe it? Right here on that very plane, Trixie noticed something. Knuffle Bunny! Trixie was so happy to have Knuffle Bunny back in her arms. happy enough to make a decision. Wah! The baby's still crying back there. Trixie turned around and said, "Would your baby like my Knuffle Bunny?" "Really?" asked the baby's mother. "Really?" asked the Trixie's dad. "Really?" asked Trixie's mom. "Blaggy plaggy?" asked the baby. "Really," said Trixie. She was big enough. The baby was happy, the baby's mother was thankful, and Trixie's parents were proud. And all the other passengers were very pleased. There are all the people in the plane smiling. And that's how, a few weeks later, Trixie received her very first letter. The end. A note to Trixie. Trixie, I hope to watch you grow up and fall in love and start a family and be happy, and hope that one day, many years from now, you will receive a package from an old pen pal. Love, Daddy. And that is the end of Trixie and her Knuffle Bunny's adventures.